Hey folks, it's ioEther and we're back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is Anakin Dude Cool and his Thunderbolt. This is a tier 8 game on Pilsen, and we're in tier 6 tanks. Ooh, we're in tier 6 premium tanks at that. So this should be a fun game. And so he's teamed up with Deadly Smurf, and the two of these guys are going to go 2v28 more than likely. And we're going to see how that turns out. So, how to kill a Thunderbolt. This is a tier 6 American premium tank. It has a ton of space armor. Think of it as a super Pershing at tier 6. Yeah. So it's got cheek armor. It's obviously still got the gun mantle. It has side armor. It's just these giant straps of armor that have been bolted and welded to the side of this tank. And this is all spaced armor, by the way. If you shoot it, it's going to, well, you shoot it in a tier 8 tank, you probably go through. If you shoot it in a tier 6 tank, you're probably going to ricochet. How to kill this thing if you're at tier 6 and looking up at it? It's really quite simple. There is a tiny little flap underneath the gun mantle you can hit. The turret ring all the way around is exposed. There's the cupola, but that's rounded, so it might be a little bit hard to actually make your shell go into. And lastly, there's this gem on the front, the machine gun port, and this is a great spot to hit. The machine gun port naturally is a weak point on the front of most tanks, and not only is a weak point on top of this, but they don't even have spaced armor around it, so it's even more of a weak point. And so if you shoot that, you're bound to go straight into it. That is, of course, discounting the lower glacis, which, of course, is where you should be aiming most of the time. So, that all being said, we're going to get into the game. Oh, of course, if you think this deserves the MVP for the week, then please do hit the like button. If you think I deserve more subscribers, then please share this video. And in all things, thank the Patrons, for they are awesome. But we're already into the game. 109 damage. Oh, 115 damage. I thought it did more like 150. That's my bad. And so he's going to be nickel and diming things to death. And when you're, it's not so bad against like a VK 3200 or 3002M. However, it's going to be nice overmatch. It's going to be bad up against that T29 and, you know, like the IS6. If he has to shoot that IS6, he's gonna seriously have to nickel and dime it to get to die. Unfortunately, he's got a camo net on. Now, a camo net isn't necessarily a bad thing to have on your tank, but it does mean it's reducing his effective combat abilities. Obviously, increases his ability to hide, but when you're in this close to the enemy, you ain't hiding. Unfortunately, he does have to fix his gun there. But we'll take that. And T20 is going to roll out backwards? HE into the T29. Obviously, that was loaded for the VK, but it's a little weird watching NBA tank roll backwards through your shot. But that's okay. Unfortunately, though, the team all grouped up on this one side. That leaves the entire other flank, which means eventually something's going to come poking its head around. And now that thing being, well, there's a 12T over there, there's a Scorpion G straight in front of us, and now there's an FV 4202. He's got to get on the other side of this mound. Unfortunately, that's going to mean putting his back to a T29, but that's what he's got to do in order to make sure that he can't get shot up by this FV. Unfortunately, he's down to 200 health, just under 200 health, and there's still a lot of the tanks left on the enemy team. He does still have a partner. Deadly is still alive back there on, well, he was on full health, and he's not now, and that will aid. He's looking to put a shot straight through here, and he does, but unfortunately it doesn't go through, or it did hit a building or something. So right now he's just trying to reinforce this flank because of the fact that the rest of his team is down here, and they're hopefully going to push through all the tanks down here and make their way around. So him and Deadly just have to hold this corner and make sure that none of the enemies can snake through and start hitting their team from behind. And unfortunately, Deadly getting shot inside is not going to benefit anybody. But this FV is apparently going to play Ring Around the Rosie with Anakin here, as they try and kill each other. But well, we're pretty ineffective at killing the FV. It will literally take another 11 shots to kill him. So that is assuming they all pen, of course, and we don't get incoming fire from anywhere else. That is a AMX 1375 firing HE, and the FE sees an opportunity, comes charging around. Unfortunately for him, he misses, and we have more or less the same amount of health we did before the AMX started whatever he was trying to do. Deadly is taking this opportunity, coming behind the FE, and put at least one shot into him. He doesn't actually do anything though, which is still going to make this exact same problem for Anakin that he had before. Now he is trying to get shots before people disappear, or before the FE actually can shoot at him, because he still needs to get another 9 shots into this guy without this guy returning a single shot. So that is problematic. Now it helps that the FE is shooting prematurely and just basically firing whenever he thinks he may have a sliver of a shot. And that really is down to the fact that the FE knows he can take another 7-6 shells from these guys without needing to worry about being dead. Unfortunately, Deadly Smurf is caught out in the open. He's likely to go down right here, but one more shell, yeah. Unfortunately, Deadly gets taken out by the AMX, but that is a dead FV 4202. Yeah, tier 8 tank taken down by a couple of what's it called? I was gonna say light tanks. These are not light tanks. These are tier 6 heavy tanks. Whether or not they say medium or not, it doesn't really matter. It's ooh, one more shell. Yes, managing to snag him just before he ran the corner. They're in fact going to go for the Scorpion now, though. I was going to say the T-150 has him, but no, I don't think the T-150 does have him at all. Fairly soon the Scorpion's going to kill the T-150, and we're going to have to hunt down a Scorpion all by ourselves. E25, or no, T-43 takes out the M44, and Scorpion's distracted, pop out, put a round into him, pull back into cover. Firing HE, Scorpion's still distracted, pop out. Going for the kill shot, unfortunately misses, and can't reload in time before the Scorpion gets into cover. You might as well just go for him, honestly, because of the fact that either he kills you or you get to kill another tier 8 tank, which would be awesome. A little bit of lying in ambush. He's assuming the Scorpion is going to come across and try and take out the Hummel. And nope, Scorpion's in fact coming for us, but it doesn't matter. We're ready and waiting for him, and that is game. And that is how you make the Thunderbolt look amazing in tier 8. Well done, sir. I enjoyed the overmatching on the side of that the VK. That was well done. I wouldn't have taken those shots, but then again, I would have assumed they were going to bounce. Wait. Who did our Tiger 2 kill? Great. So this one... oh, pain. This hurts. Thank you, Anakin. This was a great game. Master Batch, Ace Tanker, Bruiser, Fire for Effect, the Lavashinkos for killing 2 enemy tanks that are 1 tier higher than you and a high caliber. Well done. Look at all those shots in that poor FV, 800 damage. And I mean, other than that, the few shots he took with the VK, everything else was above his tier that he was punching into. Which is why he has so much experience for that game. And he deserves it with 2,600 damage in a tier 8 game as a tier 6 tank. There's 33 shots fired, 22 went into the targets, And with all those HE rolls, he managed to roll pretty high and got himself some nice damage overall. Well done, sir. We would have made some money with some premium, but it was still a great game for all the ammo he fired. He did not paying all that much. Well done. Thank you so much for sending this in, Anakin. That was a great Thunderbolt game. And thank you again. If you guys think that this is a VIP game, or yes, MVP game, then hit the like button. If you think I deserve more subscribers, please share this. And all things, thank the Patrons for being awesome. And I'll see you all next time. This is ioEther out.